Hello everyone! Today I'm going to swatch and review for you my favorite family of lip colors, the Burberry Kisses. I'm going to start with the brand new tinted lip balms, and we'll move into the reformulated glosses, which some of you have already asked me about. And then of course we can't forget about the new Kisses lipsticks. So I'm going to swatch them for you first because I know lots of you guys love the swatching session. And this time, instead of just doing only the macro view, I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so you can see my shoulders and the top of my head, which means you'll get to see both an up close and personal as well as a wider view of how the lipstick looks on my face. Let's get started with the first kiss, which is a gloss balm hybrid. Now that you've seen all the gorgeous Kisses lip colors in action, I just wanted to share with you why I only showed you 3 in each category. First of all, I only have 3 of the Kisses lip balms, but these are the best 3 in my opinion because I have been able to swatch them at a counter. I absolutely love the ceramic applicator. It has a cooling effect, but it's not super cold on the lips. It's not uncomfortable in any way. So I can see why number 5, the plum color, is the most popular because the pigmentation is the richest. It's also the most even, which is pretty surprising because a lot of tinted lip balm formulas tend to be patchy with these darker colors, but plum isn't that dark at all. It's actually a really flattering shade. Some might feel hesitant about a glossy lip balm, but I really love these, and I do think that because they are moisturizing, they're perfect for the colder weather months. Now for the reformulated Kisses glosses, which I was most excited about, and the reason is I used to love the Burberry glosses before, but they had a very distinct smell, a kind of unpleasant smell, because it had a mixture of baby powder and perfume that was just very overwhelming, even for my dull nose. But these are fragrance free and they're super moisturizing. They just glide on, and they have a doe foot applicator that moves with the curve of your lips. So I feel like it's better than a traditional doe foot that's really stiff and rigid, and it's hard to build up color. So I'm really happy with this new rendition, and I think Wendy and Christopher did an amazing job. The texture is still smooth. Some of them have a lot more sparkle, whereas others have shimmer. And then of course there are the high shine versions without any sparkle whatsoever. So I tend to wear these more often just because the sparkly ones I like to use on top of lipstick. You can definitely wear these alone, but in order to get the most color and the most drama out of these glosses, I highly recommend layering them with their corresponding lip colors. For example, this one is Nude Pink number 25, and there is a Nude Pink Kisses lipstick that you can pair with it. There are 28 shades available, so there's a little something for someone. Even if you might not love glosses, you definitely have to try these. And of course, for the lipstick, I decided after swatching that I wanted to mix it up and show you guys Oxblood again. I wore it in my Get Ready With Me London episode for fall, and I really love this wine colored lipstick. It does have a similar feel to the First Kiss in Plum because they are berry toned shades, but I do think that these are great for fall, so I figured I would highlight them and talk about them a little bit more because this is the time to really bust out your berries. If you have medium to dark skin, you can wear berry tones all year round, but I find that on light to fair to even light medium skin tones, berry and wine lip colors look best in the fall and winter. Out of the Kisses family, I've definitely tried and owned the most lip colors. I'm a lipstick fanatic, even though I wear tinted lip balms and lip glosses most of the time on the day-to-day when I'm not filming. I really love lipstick. There's just something about lipstick that makes you feel empowered and sexier and pulled together. So if you're looking for the most polished finish, I highly recommend investing in one of the Kisses lipsticks. The reason why I like the lipsticks is because they have a gel texture almost. It's very lightweight. It doesn't feel quite as powdery as a lot of other traditional lipsticks may feel. These are much more customizable than your standard lipstick, so you can apply one swipe for sheer coverage and up to 3 swipes for full color coverage like I showed you guys in the swatches. Burberry says that these lipsticks have a satin finish, but I find that they have a little bit more luster than your average satin, which is a good thing if you want your lips to look fuller. They're not necessarily the longest lasting lipsticks in the world because they do have that really lightweight gel texture, but as I mentioned earlier, if you layer with a lip gloss, you're definitely going to see longer wear, or you can use a darker lipstick as a stain, blot and reapply, and that will definitely help to boost the longevity. Or of course, you can go the more traditional route and use a lip liner underneath your lipstick. They're just so consistent, and that's definitely something that I look for when I go back to repurchase or to gift to my friends and family. And in case you wanted to see more of the Kisses lipsticks, I do have a blog post dedicated to the Kisses lip colors. In that blog post, I swatched about 9 or 10 of them. Blossom Pink and Peach Delight are brand new to my collection, so you won't see swatches of these in that blog post, but if you're interested, I'll go ahead and link it down below in the description box so that you have easy access to it. That's a wrap for my Burberry Kisses lip color review, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any further questions, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments and I'll try to get back to you soon. Bye!